Okay. How are you? Fine?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Okay. Wow, Barcelona is hot like the hell today. Is 40
Yeah,
degrees. Yeah, we are in the peak. I don't know if also you are in at home today. Yeah.
yeah, I'm at
In
home.
Sweden. So I don't know
And
how is going in Sweden, but here in Spain and the south of Europe
yeah,
is
I
crazy.
heard it's really hot down there. Today we have 23 degrees and windy,
Wow.
so it's really nice.
Uh, we have 40 degrees today. My car, when I come now from my job to here, was I can see 40 degrees. And also what happened is, as you know, Barcelona is near the sea, so we have a
Mhm.
higher humidity. So what happened is that on the night is where the temperature is not too low. It's maybe 28, so maybe it will be a little difficult to sleep this night. But let's
Oh,
see, no problem. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Now we have to drink beer. It's the only way to.
Ah, great.
Okay, so thank you very much to join this interview. Okay,
Yep.
so
No.
yeah, yeah. Yes, I want to speak a little about your new album and also about Vomitory. Okay, you say
Yep.
in Spain, maybe I is saying wrong. The word is Vomitory, no?
No, vomitory.
Vomitory. Ah, so I say
Yeah.
wrong. Okay, okay, okay. So after 12 years, no, we have finally a new Vomitory album. So all heads are gonna roll. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, we have a break in the middle of 5 years. We know, no, but between 13 and 18, I think you have a break like a band, no? Maybe also this is one of the reasons why we have to wait, no, 12 years for a new album. But I think that here the wait has been worth because the album is a blast, no? This, frankly speaking, was a very good surprise. Okay, I am a Mintori fan, and he surprised me. Okay, was better than I can expect. Okay, and I suppose that I have read I have not read any bad word, okay, about the album. Very good reception from all the people. I
Yeah.
suppose that you have to be very happy now with the reception that the album has got with all the community, you know, and all the reviews and what all the people is speaking about this album.
Yes, absolutely. The feedback has been absolutely amazing, and we're of course very happy for this. And I mean, it's great since we were away for quite some years, and then decided to pick it up again and make a new album um, and get the reviews and the feedback from the fans like this. It's been absolutely great.
Mhm. I think that maybe, of course, all the people was waiting and expecting, okay, let's see which is the song of the new album, not. But also I think is people is waiting, no? Maybe same that happened when Carcass returned, not that all the people let's say, okay, let's see what these boys are doing now. But also the album is a very good album. Okay, maybe for me is in my top three of Vomitory.
All right, cool.
So yeah, 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 of course. So I think that this is also a good point. So it's not a comeback album; it's a comeback, but also a very, very good album. So something that you have to be proud, no? Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, yes, yeah, we are very proud of the album. It's we know it's a great album, but you
Yeah.
never know what the rest of the world will think. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're absolutely happy with it. It's I think it's a very solid album, and um, everything is great about it. The performances and the yeah the artwork and the production, everything. Yeah,
Hmm. And
it's very very solid.
how did you manage here the composition task? Because I know that in the past, usually I think that you and Eric shared the composition of the music, no, and the lyrics maybe the lyrics were more managed by Eric. In this case, also you work in the same way or for the composition?
Well, it's this time around me and Eric worked more together this
Mm-hmm.
time around than just like it usually is or were in the past. I write the music completely finished for a song, and then
Mm-hmm.
Eric writes the lyrics to it, and then it's finished. This time around, we were more before the songs were finished. We communicated a lot more, and threw ideas at each other, both with the music and the lyrics, and how to build the song better to make a better chorus, for instance, or yeah, just a better structure of the songs. So this on this album, I wrote the majority of the music, but Eric wrote like 4 songs. Yeah, music for 4 songs, and I wrote the music for 5 songs, and we wrote one together. And Eric wrote all the lyrics.
Okay. And one thing that I want to comment is that for me, I don't know if you agree or not with my comment, is that the tone, no, or the composition structures of Our Heads Gonna Roll for me are more near to maybe your albums from the beginning of the century. Okay, like maybe my favorite album that is Redemption. Okay, and also of course Blood Rapture. Okay, maybe songs more, maybe we can say more basic songs, but also with more a punk, how to say, because they are more fast, are more how to say, more direct songs, no, but with a very good chorus, no. For me, when I listened the first time, I was thinking maybe okay, it's a continuation on Opus Mortis 8, but I would say, hey, no, this for me is remember me more this kind of album Redemption, okay, for example. And okay, I don't know if you agree. This is the first question, okay, with me. And second question is if it's something this that you was delivered, okay, deliberate, sorry, something deliberate or not, okay, to have this kind of song more to say, more direct, more how you feel,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. I agree with you that that it's the songs and the sound is it's more reminiscent of the albums from the early 2000s, I would say. And I think that was it was deliberate. We did that on purpose. Because we looked back and listened to those albums like Revelation Nausea and Blood Rapture, and wanted to write the riffs more in the style of that, more direct and more more straightforward and in your face. And we were trying to not complicate things too much this time around. And I think it was a good recipe for a good album.
Yes, and also, for example, the vocal melodies are following the melodies of the guitars, ting, ting, sometimes, and also the tone of the guitar is a little different. I was just listening to both albums, no, and also the tone of the guitar, I think, sounds more like, I don't know why, but All Heads Are Gonna Roll for me sound more like a Swedish death metal, okay, and maybe Opus Mortis sound more like American. I don't know if this is because the tone of the guitar. Maybe I am, I am thinking too much about this, but
Maybe I think it's a combination of not only the guitar but the whole production of the album.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay, good. So as we commented before, the band had a break during 5 years, okay, between 2013, 2018, okay. So I suppose if someone tell you maybe 1 year before you come back, no, in 2017, okay, that now in this year, in 2023, you will play in a great festivals, no? For example, I think a few days ago you were playing in Austin Extreme Festival, no? And you were editing great album with a very good reception. Maybe you will think, wow, maybe you are joking, no? Because how is the life, no? Who is changing? Maybe you are in your best moment now, no? Like a band.
Yeah, I don't know, but it feels great anyway. And we have a lot of we have made some really good festivals already this year, and we have some more cool stuff coming up for the rest of this year, and also planning for new cool stuff for next year. So no, I wouldn't have believed that if someone told me some years ago, because when we decided to get back together in 2019 to play live shows, it was supposed to be a temporary reunion,
Yeah,
because
only a show, no? Because this Metal Blade guy, no? I think I remember you play in
yeah,
a special show.
Yeah, that was in 2017 at
17. Ah.
Summer Breeze Festival in Germany
Mm,
to honor the memory of Michael Trengert,
mm,
who was the festival manager, but he was also some years before that he was the label manager for Metal Blade Europe,
mhm,
and he was the one who signed Vomitory to Metal Blade back in 1999.
mhm,
And so they were going to celebrate the 20th anniversary at Summer Breeze, and at the same time they were celebrating the memory of Michael Trengert. So they asked a lot of bands that had worked with Michael over the years to make a special appearance. So of course we had to do that, you know,
yeah, of course.
to honor the memory and of him. And so after we did that, we because that was a great show. We played, the band sounded great, and we all had a lot of fun. So we said that maybe we should consider doing more live shows in the future. And then we came with the idea that we should do a temporary reunion during 2019 to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the band. But the plan was to make it just temporary, and then put the band back into the grave again after the year was over. But we got a lot of offers to play, and there were so many cool offers that we had to turn down. So we decided to extend this temporary reunion for 2020 and do some more shows and then call it
Mhm,
quits. But then the
okay.
pandemic came, you know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything got postponed and even canceled and so on. So we were in the situation, of course, like a lot of other bands. Nobody knew what they were what they were going to do, because nobody knew for how long this
Takes,
pandemic
yeah.
was
Yeah.
going to be. So we it was actually during the pandemic that we decided to start writing for a new album. So instead of doing 30th anniversary shows
Mhm.
for many years,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make sense. So, and everybody was felt the energy and urge to make new music and you know, get back together again as a real band like in the old days.
Okay, yeah, I think it was a good choice. Yeah, yeah. And you started to play, as we say, in few some festivals now, okay? That maybe I think was it edited maybe 6 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, all heads are gonna roll. And you start to play in few shows, a few festivals after it was edited. So I suppose that you started to play some songs, no? I don't know how is going the reception of the new songs, no? From the fans. Yeah,
Yeah, great.
yeah, yeah.
As
Good.
far as I can tell, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's but it's very difficult to, you know, to pick which new songs to play, because you want to
Yeah,
play them all.
yeah, yeah, of course.
But we have like 4 or 5 songs that we have rehearsed specifically for the summer festivals.
Okay. Yes, because I suppose that you're playing All Heads is Gonna Roll and also Repeat, Strength, Sodomize Dead, because they are the two first two songs that you had to present the album. But yeah, the album is
Yes.
full of a very good songs. For example, one of my favorites is Ode the Mitchell or Dead Man's Talking. I don't know. I suppose that this song for sure that will work very fine, very good in the shows, because there are songs for to the mosh pits and for this kind of of things
Yeah.
that I suppose that they will work very, very fine, very good, okay, in these shows.
Yeah.
Okay. And this September, I suppose when you finish the to play in the summer festivals, I know that you will start a European tour together with Bader. I don't know if I say well, because in Spanish sometimes I mix Spanish words with Bader or Bader, okay, from Poland,
Mhm.
with Bader,
Yeah.
with the legendary band also.
Yes.
And but I think that unfortunately you will not pass through Spain this time. I was checking the-
No, unfortunately not.
okay,
We will hope we can find another way to come and to Spain and play.
yeah. Maybe we have possibility to see you, yeah. Maybe in second leg or maybe in another European tour, no? Maybe next year. Because I think this year you have completely, you know, that I was checking all the countries that you are going to play with this tour. It's almost 1 month, full month, no, playing. Italy, I think, UK, Germany, together
Yes.
with all the festivals that you have. So maybe next year, 2024, can be a good moment to see you here in Barcelona. Okay.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Yeah, because I think I remember that maybe the last time that Vomitory played in Barcelona was in 2019, okay, with Ivan Draco. I remember. I don't know if you
Yes,
remember.
that's right.
Salah Abduat was maybe a
Hmm.
Thursday or Wednesday, in the middle of the week, not a weekend, but I remember
Hmm.
the Salah was full. Okay, so the
Yeah.
people was very excited. Because
Yeah, it was a great show.
yeah. So I think after 4 or 5 years, it's time to return to Barcelona. Okay,
Yes,
to play.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
I will take note. Okay, okay. And yeah, another question is more general. Okay, it's about the band. So I think that now Vomitory is a band respected. Okay, all over the world and considered a legend band. Okay, from the death metal maniacs and also for the bands from the bands. Okay, for the more new bands. So I don't know, when did you start to realize that you reached this status that say, okay, now Vomitory is respected by all the people, considered, like we say, like a legend band, a legendary band.
I would say, well, of course, we had the recognition while we were still active during the first 24 years.
Hmm.
But I think actually when we called it quits and disbanded in 2013, it was after that that the real recognition and the came, and the status, you know, was pushed up a couple of notches, I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
But I think that's quite typical for any band, you know.
yeah,
Everybody takes a band for granted, but once they call it quits, and then all of a sudden they they get a higher status for some reason,
yeah.
and
I think that not the
people
easy,
start to.
but a lot of people are appear, no new bands appear, they play, but the most difficult is to keep, to keep like you 20, 30, 40 years. This is very difficult. I think that was Cetro from Exodus, that the same question to them. He said in a magazine, I think that at the first, maybe Exodus also have maybe not a very good time, maybe at the end of the 80s, beginning of the 19s. But after
Mhm.
the band was like 20 years, is when he say, hey, now it's like a change, no? When you are a band that is playing in 20 years, all the people say, hey, this band is legendary and we need to follow, because if they are playing here after 20 years, it's because something, okay? This is not good luck. This don't exist, okay, in this business. So yeah. Maybe as you say, 20, 25 years, when a band like you
Mhm.
is on the road after this kind of years, say, hey, take care of this band, because they play hard. Okay.
Yeah.
And like a drummer, okay, which were your influence when you started to play the drums? Because you started at the end of the 18s, maybe to play drums, or maybe in the middle of the 18s.
Yeah, I started to play in 1987, in June 1987. That's when I got my first drum kit, and my biggest influences back then was Nico McBrain of Iron Maiden, and he
Ah, yeah.
still is number one for me. Um, and of course, Clive Burr of Iron Maiden,
Mm-hmm.
Mickey D. The stuff he did with King Diamond is mind blowing. Well, of course, with Motorhead, but mainly King Diamond for me back then. Since he wasn't in Motorhead in 1987,
Yeah.
but also Phil Taylor of Motorhead. What else? Stefan Kaufmann of Accept, a big
Ah,
influence
yeah.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny Appice of Dio and Black Sabbath. Um, who else? There are so many great drummers. Well, yeah, later when I turned into to more, you know, the thrash metal scene and the faster stuff, Dave Lombardo, of
Of
course.
course, yeah.
Um, and Lars Ulrich. He was great back in the day, and yeah, there are a lot of drummers. You know, all the drummers of the bands that I listen to, like the I don't know, Reed St. Mark of Celtic Frost and Nigel Glockler of Saxon. The guys, Stefan Schwarzman of Running Wild, Ingo Schwichtenberg from Halloween, another
Yes. Rest in
big
peace.
drum
Yeah.
hero. Yes, big drum hero for me. Yeah, those are a few, but I could, continue for
Yeah, yeah.
easily an hour to name drop drummers that I love.
Yeah, yeah. And what do you remember from the old times, no, with Swedish death metal started to born, no, with bands like Nihilist, Merciless, I think Morbid, Carnage, no? So because you you was living like a fan and also like a drummer, not like a musician in this time, not that it has been very special for all for the community and also for all the world, no? So have to be very excited not to be part of this time, no? And this is, and I don't know how far you were from Stockholm, no? That is where born all, but what do you remember? So you were in the same group. You meet Nick Anderson, Fredetsby, and this kind of boys when they were 15 years old, or you were in another kind of group of people.
We were in a different part of Sweden, so it
Mm-hmm.
was quite far from Stockholm, and
Ah,
also quite far from Gothenburg, about the same distance.
okay.
So we had I didn't really have any contact with well a few persons, but not the guys from Entombed or Dismember, and but of course it was nice to live in Sweden at that time, to see, because we went to Stockholm and we went everywhere to shows to see those bands, and it was really cool,
Uh,
actually, and the atmosphere was something that I've never experienced after that, with the fans and everybody was involved in some way. If you didn't play in a band, there were always guys having magazines or fanzines, or a radio show or whatever, or avid tape traders. Everybody was helping each other out in some way to help spreading your demo, or
yeah, the tape
and so
trading,
on.
all the people in this
Yeah,
time had I read no in the book, no, of Swedish death metal, that this book is amazing, no. So it's the people that me that we didn't live in this country and it's moment is very nice not to try to imagine how it was, no, also with all the pictures, and I can imagine all the people doing the tapes trading about nihilists and this kind of bands. So have to be very exciting. Okay, so you are part also of this history, is of this history, because Vomitory is also a very legendary Swedish death metal band. Okay, because your demos also are very early. So you started in 1990, no, I think, with Vomitory.
89.
Okay,
Yeah,
and maybe the first demo is from 1991, I think,
first demo
or
is from 92.
92.
Yeah,
Okay, so you are in the same level of these legendary bands. Okay, so thank you very much for this interview. Okay, I don't want
yeah, thank you.
to take you more time. Okay, only congratulations for for this blast of album. It's always in my car. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I want to say you that I am one of these. I am one of these ones that Duration is my favorite album. Okay, this is for me crazy. And I hope that we can see you in Barcelona and Spain, okay? If not this year,
Yeah,
maybe next year, okay?
I really hope so too.
So you know that the
Absolutely hope so. Yeah,
Spanish death metal fans are crazy. So for
yes, I
sure that
know.
you will join if you come to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So thank you
right.
very much, Tobias. Bye.
Thank you. Bye
Good
bye.
luck. Bye. Okay.